Hey everyone, thank you so much for taking the time. In this video, we are going to take a look at Zendesk and how it integrates with Fieldproxy to provide kind of a seamless customer service experience for your backend teams, your field teams, and your customers. So let's jump right in. As you can see, Zendesk is a great tool for internal teams, and if it's paired with the right field-facing application, it can do wonders for your field team. And that's kind of what Field Proxy really does. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to really quickly create a ticket over here. Yes, and we're going to just give it a description as well. We'll be like, yeah, it's okay. I'll give a description. Which requirement needs placement. Turn out 10 steps. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly create a ticket. Now you can see that a ticket has been created. HVAC service required urgent. And what I'll do is if you have one of the pro versions of Zendesk, right, you can head over to the marketplace or to the apps section over here and install Field Proxy. Once you install Field Proxy, right, you'll be able to see something like this where you'll be able to create a job against any particular ticket that is over here. So what I'll do is I'll quickly click on create job, and you can see that almost instantly Field Proxy just fetches all of the information that you've provided for the ticket, and it's just entered them over here. Now what I can do is I can adjust the category. I can always modify the priority, the employee that needs to work on this, or the field technician or the service technician that needs to work on this. And I can also enter the location of the customer. Now it fetches the location by default from your computer's location, but if you want to enter the location manually, you can always enter it on the search bar and click on search, and it would pick up that location. Now if I click on confirm, it also instantly populates the address bar over here. You can always enter a phone number for kind of sending feedback information or all of the other stuff later. So I just click on create job, and what we'll do is we'll quickly log into the field application as well. Yes. So just give me one. Yeah. Okay. So this is the Field Proxy mobile application. As you can see, it's over here. But before we get to that, we'll get to that in a little bit. Before we get to that, we'll just go back to Zendesk and we'll refresh the screen to see that a job has been created against this, right? Yes, you can see on the right pane it shows that, uh, yeah, as you can see, it's just fetching a job, and you can see that there's an option called View Job Details. We'll get to this in a bit. What I'll do is I'll log into the Field Proxy mobile application as the agent who's been assigned this task. Uh, Fieldproxy has a mobile application for Android as well as iOS, so you'll be able to access this application on all platforms, on all mobile phones, regardless. Now, what I'll do is I'll just click on pending acceptance, and you can see that this particular ticket that has been assigned to me is popping up over here. What I can do is I can click on it and I can click on accept ticket. Now what I'll do is can be handled. Just give an update, and I say that I'll complete it by tomorrow. I click on submit, and once I submit this particular task, it shows submitted successfully. Now what we'll do is we'll just click on refresh over here on the Zendesk platform, and you can see that before it even refresh, the Zendesk application shows that this particular task has been accepted by this agent, and there are like remarks that we've added, so that also pops up over here. Now what we'll do is if I want a more granular view, if want a more detailed drill down of what's been happening with this ticket, I can click on view job details over here on the Field Proxy pane. I can click on this, and it shows me exactly what's been happening with the ticket in real time on the field proxy dashboard. You can see that the ticket has been accepted. There's also checklists that I can download. There's also job reports that I can download. Yeah, we'll just get to this in a bit. Now what we'll do is we'll go back to our um, field agent who's on the field using the field proxy mobile application. They'll click on open tickets, and what they'll be able to see is that particular service ticket that requires their attention. They'll click on it and they will start that particular task. Again, all of these fields are customizable, so if in the future you need more data points that need to be input by the technician on the field, you can always update them on the field proxy app, and they will just reflect over here on the mobile app. I'll just say maybe I'll take 3 hours to complete this particular task. I click on submit, and what I do is I check in at that particular customer's location. So we'll just move it to the side a little bit so that we can see that as we keep completing any particular task, the uh, Zendesk platform or the ticket dashboard also shows the updates in real time. What I'll do is I'll just quickly check in to the customer's location as well. And yeah, so once I've checked, yeah. So once I've checked in, I'll just complete the checklist that has been assigned to me. Again, this is modifiable, this is customizable to have any kind of data input that you require from the technician on the job site. So completed unit replacement. You can also map it to your assets, that any particular company assets that the technician might use. You'll be able to enter a field here that collects the usage of the assets, data on the usage of the assets. So I'll just click a picture of the completed checklist and I click on submit. Now once I submit this as well, I want to end the job right away, but I will show you what's been happening. So from checklist it turns to end job. Now what I'll do is I'll just refresh this just in case, but you can see that the agent has completed the task. It shows up that the agent has completed the task or completed the checklist. You have all of these links that you can click to access that particular job. I'll just click on view job details and I can see a more detailed view of what's been happening. So they were on the way at this particular time, their location was this, they checked in at this location, they completed that particular task or the checklist on this location. If I want to download a job report, I can always just click on download to get an Excel export of any particular job that we need. So that is kind of how the integration between Zendesk and Fieldproxy works. And what we'll do is we'll just quickly go ahead and end this job. Yeah, if you want to record an expense, we can record an expense as well. For this particular task, I won't do it, but yeah, if a follow-up visit is required, I can also collect the customer signature just to make sure that there's no falsification of data, and you're making sure that the customer is also in the loop on what's been happening with the task. So I click on submit response and I end the job. This is kind of how the integration between Fieldproxy and Zendesk takes place. You'll be able to create a customer support ticket on Zendesk and fetch that data into Fieldproxy. From Fieldproxy, you'll be able to map it against any particular service technician and have that job completed. Once that job gets completed, any updates during the job as well as once the job is completed, you'll be getting it on the Zendesk platform itself. So your dispatch teams and your backend teams we can stay updated throughout the entire process. But yeah, hope that was helpful. Thank you so much. If you have any queries, you can always write back to support@fieldproxy.com or just comment on this video. We'll be engaging a lot over here. Yeah, thank you so much.